Food
is impregnated with flavor.
drama.
I just can't believe it's not cornmeal porridge.
Verdict. Your favorite chefs from across the Caribbean summoned to go head-to-head, pot-to-pot, meal-to-meal. Watch us as they plead their case weekly to be appointed the Maggi Food Court Caribbean Champion and take home the $10,000 award. This is Maggi Food Court Caribbean.
All rise. Maggi Food Court is now in session. Presided over by Judge Geronimo.
We are back in the Maggi Food Court kitchen for episode 4 of the knockout rounds. Who will advance to the semifinals, inching their way even closer to the $10,000 cash prize? And who will be sent packing? Already, 2 chefs have secured their place in these trials. They have been tested, and their dishes have been nothing short of culinary perfection. This is Maggi Food Court Caribbean.
Today's Maggi Food Court Challenge is frying as 4 chefs enter the knockout round. Chef Cardel Alcock and Chef Marlon Timothy will face off in round 1. Chef Laneil Doyley and Chef Marcella Evans Ingraham will face off in round 2. The winners of rounds 1 and 2 will face off each other in a final showdown in round 3. Only one chef will advance to the semi-finals. This week's jury members are international foodie and Nestle Jamaica country manager Danielle Caron, Natasha DeBorg, a well-traveled chef who has worked with celebrities and dignitaries, Chef Janelle O'Brien, culinary artist and food stylist.
Let us meet our defendants.
Hi, I'm Cardel Alcock. I'm 31 years of age. Welcome to the Courtly Hotel and Suites, New Kingston. I was told by a couple of friends that, hey, you know, you're a bad chef, you know, you need to get certified to go forward. Then I approached Heart Academy, where they told me that, man, you have so much years of experience, waste of time to do over the schools, why don't get an on-the-job certificate? And that's where I got certified.
I just want to tell Cardel to put 100% in everything he does, stay focused.
I definitely think he can win Maggi Food Court. The creativity, the drive, the passion.
You can win. You will win.
So yeah, I'm a father of 2, a beautiful girl and a handsome gentleman. Funny enough, kids would be afraid of pepper, but my children, they love it.
Chef, you have been summoned to Maggi Food Court Caribbean.
Wow.
See you in court.
Thank you. If you literally feel my belly move a while ago, when you hear the word summon, it's like my belly move. You all better watch your back because I'm coming for the trophy.
My name is Marlon and Timothy. I'm 27 years old and I'm the research and development chef here at 12 Rishi, located in Arima, Trinidad. It kind of sparked an interest in me seeing new items, new food items and experiencing new things because growing up in a small village, like all the food were like very local. So I just wanted to experience international cuisine and that's what started my passion for cooking. I'm cooking about 7 years professionally now. Being very young, to be honest, I'm not really afraid of anything or anybody. So like competition doesn't scare me. I'm really competitive.
I think Marlon's an aggressive competitor, very innovative, very creative. Gonna give the competition a real run for their money.
I've known Marlon for the past 3 years. He would be probably my biggest competition. Marlon, best of luck. Be afraid, because I am coming.
I'm not really afraid of these dinosaurs.
Chef, you have been summoned to Maggi Food Court Caribbean. See you in court.
All right. I'm really excited to be a part of the competition, see everyone's skill set and where they are, and just show them that I'm better.
Today, it will be a frying battle here in court. Chef Cardel, Chef Marlon, welcome. You will both have 45 minutes in which to prep and prepare your very best dishes for presentation to the jurors. Are you ready?
Ready.
Ready. All right, so you will be judged based on presentation, taste, and creativity. Chefs, your time begins now.
I feel enthused about the first challenge. very nerve-wracking. I just can't wait to be outside in the kitchen and do what I do best.
So I'm feeling kind of confident but kind of nervous at the same time for the first challenge. But I'm going to put my best foot forward and we're going to see what's going to happen.
There are different types of frying that they could explore: deep fat frying, shallow fat frying. But we want to make sure that what they're doing is selecting the right meat and cooking it over the right amount of time so that it cooks through, it's not dry, it's juicy, it's crisp.
I made the blue corn tortilla from scratch using blue corn meal. Then I seasoned the fish using Maggi spices and the achiote paste that I made.
So what I did was to process the breast of the chicken, seasoned with Maggi jerk season. I then made a pate from the grated Irish.
All right, chefs. My. What's cooking?
So today I'll be doing for you Maggi jerk, a reconstructed Maggi jerk chicken with a smoked crusted fried potato.
Guys, are you seeing the potatoes that I think Cardel has on his plate? That's smart, that's real smart. That will cook quickly.
But it could go wrong, all right, if it's not a crispy hash.
Yeah.
It could be a soggy, nobody wants a soggy hash, right?
Chef Marlon, what are you making?
Today I am making tacos 3 ways.
Tacos 3 ways? That's ambitious in 45 minutes.
We shall see.
All right, I'll leave you to it.
The recipe that I use is something I actually came up with myself. This is something I've been working on for a little while now, so I can consider it my signature dish.
The most challenging part of today would be to be given something unexpected, maybe an unexpected challenge at our task.
The kitchen is getting hotter. The jurors will take an ingredient.
Seriously?
And the chefs cannot object. Their challenge now is to complete their dish without this ingredient.
I can improvise, right?
You took something real fresh from Cardel, the mangoes. I'd be upset too.
That was like one of my signature fruit for any sauce that I create. Then I got to be more creative with the Maggi brand.
I see Chef Marlon, he's dedicated to his sauce. Well, when people have emotional attachment to things, I detach it from them.
I'm really glad that she took the sauce and not like the actual dough that I needed to make the dish with.
Defendants, you have 5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes.
There's a lot on the line.
Countdown is on.
When they said 5 minutes were remaining, I thought it was a joke. I honestly did not think the time could go by so quickly. So when they said time was up, I was in shock.
Marlon is giving me anxiety. If he puts one more tortilla in this pot.
Defendants, your time is up.
In 5, 4, 3,
Yo, I need more
2,
time.
1. Step away from the counter. That's it, chefs. All right, so you will now present your dishes for judgment to the jurors.
Stay tuned as Maggi Food Court Caribbean resumes after the break.
From farm to freshly produced to family. Savor the sumptuous sensation of Maggi green seasoning. Indulge in any of our 3 fantastic flavors: original, spicy, or citrus. Made with freshly picked ingredients so you can relish the richness of our homemade taste. Maggi, the secret of great flavor. Grown under the warmth of our Caribbean sun, we invite you to feast on the island's richest flavors. Cultivated with the passion of farmers who labor in love, nurture with care, and harvest in pride. freshest seasoning and peppers. Brought straight from the farm to your family to add that sumptuous, succulent taste you love. Made with freshly picked ingredients so you can relish the richness of our homemade taste. Maggi green seasoning, Maggi pepper sauce, and Maggi jerk seasoning. Maggi, the secret of great flavor.
Food Court Caribbean continues.
So tell me, Chef Alcock, what have you prepared for us?
So I prepared for you a Maggi jerk chicken with a smoked crustacean potato with seasonal vegetable and a coconut curry sauce.
Thank you.
I just want to dig in.
Find these and other recipes at NestleRecipesCaribbean.com.
Sure, that sauce is really good. It's nice and vibrant.
Some of my potato is a little soggy. I think where he went wrong is he finished it in the oven.
On to the next. Yep, on to the next.
So Chef Marlon, what have you prepared for us today?
Well, so it's a homemade blue mussel corn tortilla. You will find a salsa made with roasted tomatoes and Maggi seasonings, a creme fraiche made with asparagus, as well as some of the Maggi seasonings as well too, and some pimento flakes.
Thank you, Chef.
I think he did accomplish the crunch on the fish. That was what he was going for.
The jerk is very subtle. It doesn't overpower.
Let's go, guys.
Guys, I think we have come to a decision.
Yes, we have.
Chefs, after deliberating, the judges thought that both your dishes were packing the flavors. However, you both fell short on time management and the doneness of your dishes. The chef that will be moving on to the next round is Chef Marlon.
Yo.
Congratulations, Chef.
Yo,
well done.
Excellent job, my friend.
To be on the show is actually a winning one, so no losing experience, no lost feeling.
Both competitors had faults in their dish in terms of time management and the doneness of their dishes. So I think it was kind of like an even playing field, so what really was the deciding factor would have been the flavor.
Chefs, welcome to the second segment of Battle Fry, right here in Maggi Food Court Kitchen. Chef Marcella, Chef Doily.
My name is Marcella Evans. We're in the beautiful island of Nassau, Bahamas. My grandmother introduced me to cooking. I mean, I've been around food my entire life, but I remember growing up at her feet, making dishes like crab and rice and homemade bread and fried fish. And every activity, whether it's wedding or funeral or just party or good lime, one of the most important components is food. If I win the Maggi Food Court on the regional stage, I think it would be an amazing opportunity. I think it would be validating, especially considering that I came into this industry as an adult.
Chef, you have been summoned to Maggi Food Court Caribbean. See you in court.
Wow, I'm going to Jamaica, guys. So excited. It's going to be an amazing experience.
My name is Laneil. I am 25 years old. I'm the head chef at Vista Ridge Villa in St. Mary, and I'll see you at Maggi Food Court. So I have been cooking for pretty much a bit over 6 years, and I have enjoyed most part of it.
I believe he is capable of winning this competition due to the level of consistency and determination that he possesses.
I think Laneil, I know Laneil has what it takes to bring out the trophy. He knows how to put a dish together, so if that's what they're looking for, Laneil is the guy.
My favorite meal to prepare is anything pasta.
Chef, you have been summoned to Maggi Food Court Caribbean. See you in court.
Okay. Is there a line for this? To my competitors and my fellow contestants, I wish you all the best and all the luck. But watch out, Chef Laneil is here.
Welcome to the second segment of Battle Fry. You will have 45 minutes each in which to prep and prepare your dishes for presentation to my jury. Listen, your time begins now.
The Maggi product that I use was my favorite, is still my favorite, and will forever be my favorite, is the Maggi all-purpose season. It brings a different taste to each dish.
I use the fish seasoning for the fish. With the shrimp, I use the coconut milk with a little of the all-purpose. With the lobster, I also used fresh garlic with the Maggi all-purpose.
So I made a pimento pork schnitzel with a lemon thyme cream sauce, a creamy mashed potato, and some sauteed vegetables.
I like my food to tell a story, so I normally would create a theme around it. So I did date night, because who don't like date night, right? I chose to do more than one method of frying, because most people, I think when you think of frying, think of deep frying.
The most important element of my dish was getting the pork schnitzel cooked properly internally.
The kitchen is getting hotter. The jurors will take an ingredient,
You really take more potatoes?
and the chefs cannot object. Their challenge now is to complete their dish without this ingredient.
So I decided to go with something hot this time so that it will throw them off for sure. So I took away from Marcella some potato, and I took from Laneil pumpkin and carrot.
When she came and took away my potatoes from my garlic mashed potatoes, my heart stopped, because that was my start of my dish. That was the foundation of my plate. And I was like, what am I gonna do?
Defendants, you have 5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes.
When the judges said we had 5 minutes remaining, I was like, oh my God, because I hadn't started plating yet.
When 5 minutes remaining, I felt really confident because I had everything plated, I had everything prepared. Nothing was undercooked, nothing was overcooked. Everything was garnished, everything was presentable, so I felt really confident.
Defendants, your time is up.
Chef Laneil and Chef Marcella, they've been at it for 45 minutes and their dishes look amazing. But guess what? Now it's time to go to the jurors to see who will it be.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, Chef Marcella, what have you prepared for us today?
Okay, so the challenge for today was frying. So I wanted to do more than one take on frying. So I did pan-fried red snapper fillet with a cracked lobster, which is a deep-fried lobster, and a coconut-infused shrimp, using, of course, the beautiful Maggi products. As well as, I wanted to do the garlic potatoes, but we had a little poo-pah, so because it should have been resting on a lovely bed of garlic potatoes. But
Thank you so much.
Find these and other recipes at NestleRecipesCaribbean.com.
I can taste the ginger coming through.
Yeah, she really did a nice job on the
The
puree.
puree is so fragrant, it's so nice. Okay, let's get into the shrimp.
I'm really liking the fish.
I love that how she fried the shell as well and used it part of her presentation. Wow, it's cooked perfectly.
Oh, let's get on to the next one.
So, Chef, tell me about this dish.
Alright, so this dish is a German origin dish. However, I threw a bit of Caribbean spice in it. So it's a pimento pork schnitzel with a lemon thyme sauce, creamy mashed potato, and some sauteed veg.
Very nice, thank you.
Plating is nice.
The plating is he really took attention to detail.
The sauce is delicious.
Yeah,
it's going really well with the pork.
Because I didn't expect it to go.
None of us was expecting it to go.
But it's really working. It's working well.
And the lime is complementing it very.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with this dish. This was a tough decision.
Incredibly.
But you know, we have to make a decision. And
Yes.
I think we got it. So let's go, guys.
Thank you, jurors.
Chefs.
Stay tuned as Maggi Food Court Caribbean resumes after the break.
From farm to freshly produced, to family. Savor the sumptuous sensation of Maggi jerk seasoning. Indulge in our two fantastic flavors of Maggi jerk seasoning in mild or spicy. Made with freshly picked ingredients so you can relish the richness of a homemade taste. Maggi, the secret of great flavor. From farm to freshly produced, to family. Savor the sumptuous sensation of Maggi jerk seasoning. Indulge in our two fantastic flavors of Maggi jerk seasoning in mild or spicy. Made with freshly picked ingredients so you can relish the richness of a homemade taste. Maggi, the secret of great flavor.
Food Court Caribbean continues.
The moment you have both been waiting for. Who will advance to the final round? It was a tough decision. The chef who is moving forward is Chef Marcella. Congratulations, Chef.
Thank you.
Very well played, Chef John.
Thank you. I thought I was the one coming out on top, but it was a bit disappointing, and I'm happy for the winner.
When I won, the only thing I could say is I felt grateful. I felt like, Lord, and even as I'm sitting here inside, I keep saying, Lord, thank you, Lord, thank you. My message to Marlon is bring his skills, because I'm bringing everything I have.
I'm just looking forward to battling whoever advances to the next round.
All right, chefs, welcome back to the Maggi Food Court Caribbean Kitchen. You're both here in this final segment because you were triumphant in your individual cases. In front of you, you have 3 ingredients: saltfish, Nesquik, and almond milk. You have both 25 minutes to prepare and present your dishes to the jurors. Are you ready, Chef Marcel? Chef Marlon?
Yep.
Chefs, your time begins now.
I was concerned when I saw the ingredients because I had never, like I said, I had never used saltfish before. I'd never eaten it or used it before. So I sauteed onions and garlic and bell peppers, and I added some breadcrumbs, the Nesquik cereal, and some water, and I spread that out and put it in the oven to crisp.
To be very honest, I didn't have a set game plan in my head. This is the one time, like, normally I could see like the visual of the finished product, and this one, because it was such a difficult ingredient to mask and use, my hands were just on autopilot. So I was just basically following my muscle memory.
I moved on to my pineapple salsa, which is all the herbs with honey and the Maggi pepper sauce. And for the fish, I marinated it in some milk, some of the almond milk, and then I put it in the flour mixture and deep fried that. And I also made a pea puree which is really, I boiled the peas and pureed it down with a little honey as well, and that's what I used as my garnish.
When I opened the fridge, I saw enough ingredients and I said, okay, soup, because I saw saltfish. And then I thought about the milk and I said, okay, so some soups have a cream base, so we will use, instead of cream, we'll use the almond milk. And then I said to myself, okay, so it's sweet. So we're going to use the Nesquik and we're going to use the almond milk. It's going to be a sweeter base, and then we're going to use the saltfish as the salt component to balance out everything at the end.
Defendants, you have 5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes. Defendant, time is up.
All right, chef, step away from the counter. I think you'll both agree that this challenge is unlike anything you've ever seen before. Hasn't it been?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see just how creative you chefs were. Your dishes are looking lovely. But guess what? They must go to the jurors to decide who is one step closer to the whopping $10,000 cash prize.
So Marcella, how did you feel using these ingredients?
Well, it really took me out of my comfort zone because I've never cooked with Nesquik cereal before. And like I said, I've never even tasted or used saltfish. So I really didn't know how to manipulate the fish, but I did my best, and I hope you enjoy and get my love in the dish.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, the plating looks gorgeous. Even though she said she isn't familiar with the dish, it looks beautiful. So let's dive in the saltfish. That's saltfish. The thing about saltfish is that we know that you have to rinse it out and boil it at least 2-3 times to get that salt out. And this is something that she wasn't familiar with. So
for me, if I'm put in a place and I know it's a $10,000 dish that I'm creating and I don't know an ingredient, I would taste it before I used it. Should we move on to the next round?
Tell me about your creation.
What you have in front of you is the Maggi Food Court saltfish and Nesquik soup. Yeah.
Okay.
So the secret ingredients were saltfish, Nesquik, and almond milk, and I used all three in the soup. So the soup base is the soup base is almond milk, vegetables, and Nesquik. Don't touch your face. Taste it a little. And then after I use the saltfish, I sauteed it up with some vegetables, and I use that as the salt component to season the soup. So please mix the soup before you eat it.
okay, thank you.
Find these and other recipes at NestleRecipesCaribbean.com.
Wow. It tastes like a Caribbean fish broth.
Yes. He's used the pepper
Pepper,
sauce
yes,
to
the Maggi.
really bring in that Caribbean
Flair.
The flair.
I'm not really getting the Nesquik though. It tastes, I'm tasting saltfish.
But I think we have come to a decision.
Yes, we have.
Okay, so okay.
Chefs, the verdict is in. What a battle it has been here in Maggi Food Court Kitchen. But as you know, only one of you have secured your place in the semi-final round. One step closer to the $10,000 cash prize. Who will it be?
Me.
All right, I love it. Chef Marcella, Chef Marlon. The person who will be moving on to the next round is Chef Marlon.
Oh my God.
Congratulations, Chef.
Thank you very much.
Very well done, Chef.
Great job.
Thank you.
Amazing job.
Next on Maggi Food Court Caribbean, baking and roasting. 4 chefs enter the knockout round. Chef Leighton Meeks and Chef Bernard Long will face off in round 1. Chef Ricardo Hepkins and Chef Edison Saunders will face off in round 2. The winners of rounds 1 and 2 will face off each other in a final showdown in round 3. Next on Maggi Food Court Caribbean.